So we're going to do a walk-around inspection, show you lights, startup, and then we'll take a test drive in this gorgeous 1988 Chevy Camaro Sport. This particular car comes to us as a one owner and has been meticulously maintained. And I can't stress that enough. This car has just under 58,000 original miles, but the care that this car has received over the years
is excellent.
It's remarkable. So we're going to go ahead and start, walk around, show you any flaws that the car might have. It's got a couple, having 58,000 miles, though it's way above average for a 58,000 mile car. So finished in its factory paint. And this car is all original except for it does have brand new tires on it, but the burgundy metallic paint shines excellent. It's in excellent condition. Like I said, it does have brand new Mastercraft Avenger GT tires. It is sporting the original factory wheels, but as we go around the car, there is a small, very small minor chip here in the fender. There's a very small, about a 1/4 inch, very light scratch here in the fender. Start moving around. Now the center caps on 3 of the wheels each have a crack or 2 in them, but they're still the original. One has been replaced. We move around to the front. This lower valance is in excellent condition. There is a little bit of a rub right on the very corner of the hood and the front fascia there. Across the front of the car is in excellent condition, showing very little age to it at all, as he did have, the original owner did have a bra on the car that protected the front end of this car. There are a couple very minor paint chips farther up on the hood, but very, very minor, and there's only maybe even a dozen of them. There again, the paint shines excellent, and you can tell that this car never got wet when that bra was on there, because there's no discoloration or damage due to the bra. Coming around the passenger side, this fender again is in excellent condition. There's a small chip right here. And this car, as we go around it, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, has not even one door ding. It's in excellent condition. So the passenger side door, the paint, excellent condition. There is, until it gets back over here, there is a very small minor chip and scratch there. There are a couple very minor chips on the edge, the silver portion. Glass, the side glass, the windshield's in excellent condition. The T-tops are in excellent condition, and so are the seals underneath the T-tops. As you'll see in the pictures of the car, they're in excellent condition. The car does retain its original T-top bag. Now, both door panels are in excellent condition, and if you're familiar with these F-bodies, this top plastic piece is known for cracking. This car has no cracks in the top of the door panels. Both armrests do have some warping on the vinyl. The guy that's really good could probably fix that. You'll see the dash is in excellent condition. The carpet is in excellent condition. The original owner actually had a piece of carpet underneath the original floor mats and a rubber floor mat on top of them to preserve them. And these seats, the front seats, also had car cover or seat covers on them since new, so they are in excellent condition. Back seats look like they had never been sat in. The headliner is a little loose in certain areas. This rear quarter is in excellent condition. There are some very light minor chips right behind the drive tire. Coming around the back, the rear bumper is in excellent condition. Very little to no age or wear. The spoiler, the aero spoiler from the factory, is in excellent condition, no warpage. Now, the back lift struts have been recently replaced, so they work excellent. You see the original T-top bag, which is in excellent condition. The carpet looks as if there was nothing ever put in the trunk. He also said that he did leave blankets over all the seats to preserve those as well. But no rust on this car. Extremely well preserved. So the power latch also does work on this car just like it should. No need to slam that hatch. Coming around the driver's side, this quarter is in excellent condition. Small little ding, that's probably the only ding I think that we're going to find, and it is small. There are a couple very minor chips here on the quarter, one right here by the door. The driver's door, excellent condition. I'm not seeing any dings. There is some little bit of paint loss on the bottom edge from probably going in and out of the car. The rear hatch glass is in excellent condition, both T-tops, driver's side glass, the windshield. Coming to the driver's side, there again the door panel is in excellent condition. Armrest does have some warpage on the vinyl. As Tyler moves into the other portion of the car, you'll see the carpet is in excellent condition. The dash pad. The driver's seat does have just some very minor wear right here. No holes, but just very minor. You'll see all the buttons and switches. Everything you can read clearly. And the steering wheel had a steering wheel cover on it from new as well. So the steering wheel is in excellent condition. When we come around to the engine compartment, you'll see the factory fuel-injected 5-liter V8. Very unmolested original engine compartment, not detailed. And you'll see, you probably saw from the pictures and some of the videos, the Z-bar plugs. The car has been Z-barred, and he takes it in every year to have it inspected and touched up. So the shock towers are Z-barred. I'll go inside, we'll start it up, show you lights working. Now we'll grab that other camera and go for a test drive. Right, buckled in. Now we're going to go for a test drive in that beautiful 1988 Camaro. And we actually have a special guest with us today. We got my nephew Caden with us in the back seat. So first time we've had a backseat passenger.
Yep. Fuel-injected 305 starts up as you'd expect a fuel-injected V8 to start.
Well, at this age of a car, though, well above average as far as
fires up immediately.
Yeah, this 1988 Camaro comes to us an excellent overall example of the third generation F-body Camaro. It is a true one-owner car, showing 57,584 miles on the odometer. Of course, we'll put a few more on it right now. But the car runs and drives excellent.
Absolutely.
Very original car throughout. Paint, interior, drivetrain. It has only been maintained as needed. The rear shocks on the rear struts on the rear glass have been replaced. It does have new tires on it. Other than that, basically about fluids, belts as needed.
Tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The car is as original as it pretty much gets on these 88 Camaros, these F bodies. I mean, the car is excellent. I mean, it's just almost not enough to describe how well this car has been maintained. All your hard plastics like your dash, your trim on top of the doors, I mean, all your areas that are prone to cracking don't have even the slightest hint of cracking. Your dash is free of cracks. Your center console, the color's nice and deep, rich black.
all white except for the passenger window, which is kind of funny. That the window is torn off, but everything else, the cruise control is brilliant white.
Yep. And all your gauges work like they should. Everything inside this car works just as it should, except for this speaker here in front of me.
Yeah.
It does crackle pretty good when the radio's on, but the radio does work, which is awesome for this generation GM. The AC works like it should, which we're very thankful for today.
Yeah. So, driving the car, it almost takes me back in time. I mean, this is before Caden or Tyler would remember, but these cars brand new, this is what I remember. This car is firmly planted, the suspension is tight, the motor drivetrain is tight. It handles like an 88 Camaro, but for the time, it was a great car. Downshifts properly, does everything. I mean, it's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
And the condition of this car, it has very minimal wear.
Absolutely.
And the armrests in the interior do have some more bits, like we talked about in the walk-around video, and you probably see in the pictures. But the original owner, he kept blankets on the rear seat. I wouldn't be surprised if Kate was the first person that ever sat in the back seat.
Yeah.
There was blankets in the back of the car. The steering wheel had a cover on it from new, so there's no wear, no age on the steering wheel.
At all. Yeah. No.
The original floor mats had a piece of carpet underneath them and a rubber mat on top of it.
Well, it was carpet. Wasn't it carpet below the factory floor mats and on top, and then a rubber mat on top of that?
So it was just carpet, the factory mats, and then rubber mat on top. I mean, that's how meticulously cared for. It's not maintained. This car was cared for.
Absolutely. I mean, this thing it was obviously his baby since new, and it shows. I mean, the car is absolutely excellent. It's one of the finest F-body Camaros that you're going to find. And the one thing to note too is actually what we don't hear in the interior. We don't hear all the random squeaks and rattles that you typically hear in this generation Camaro. I mean, they just, if they were driven and abused or just not necessarily cared for, I mean, the plastics as they wear, they tend to rattle against each other and they squeak. But this car, I mean, driving on the road with the exception of just a little bit of wind noise at the front of my window.
I've got just a very slight on top of my door.
With the exception of that, this cabin is dead quiet.
Yeah, the seals on the T-tops are in excellent condition. It does retain its original T-top bag, and the car was Z-barred since new, and he took it in each year to Z-bar to have the Z-bar touched up. So you'll see that on the bottom side. It is undercoated, but this car has no rust. It's the original paint. You know, there's no metal work in this car. It's as from the factory.
It is a rust-free, excellent example of an 88 Camaro.
Yeah.
Definitely a rock-solid example of a 1988 Camaro Sport.
What do you think, Kate?
I like it.
Good.
Kate likes it. So he's got Caden's stamp of approval.
Yep.
Yep. So, and like Tyler said, it's a rock solid example. So if you're in the market, this gorgeous Camaro with T-tops, 5-liter, and we didn't talk about it, it does have the ground effect kit, the
Yep.
aero wing, so it